Good morning, everyone. I'm Sofia Veronica and my partner,
Rahmi Amalia. Hello.
Okay, so in this video, we would like to review a book, and the title of the book is Introducing Course Design in English for Specific Purposes. So for the first, I will explain in the chapter 5. Wait a second.
Semenit jadi.
Okay, so on the chapter 5, teaching English for specific purposes. So these chapters deal with the pedagogical issues of teaching ESP. It addresses the expected qualities of ESP teachers, often referred to as ESP practitioners, and discusses the issue of specialist subject knowledge in teaching ESP. And then this chapter is directed towards both new and practicing English language teachers who are making the transition to ESP. It covers the following aspects, including major distinction between EGP and ESP, and appropriate and inappropriate general classroom practice. And as we can see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classroom practice. And for the first, there is difference between teaching ESP and English for general purposes. Number 2, ESP teachers, EGP teachers. And number 3, roles of ESP practitioners. And number 4, qualities of ESP practitioners. And last one is need for subject knowledge. So now I want to hear from my partner, what does he got? Okay, Rahmi Amalia, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Sofia. So, in this difference between teaching ESP and English for general purposes, in chapter 1, table 1, presented the typical characteristic of ESP and EGP courses. This characteristic influence the way that ESP courses are taught, to approach, and activities that are appropriate and those that are not. The next is ESP learners are goal-driven. To motivate learners, EGP teachers often have to work hard, including fun activities such as games, songs, and puzzles. These activities can, yes. For the next, ESP learners may have varying levels of linguistic proficiency. Usually, EGP classes are organized into language levels, starting with beginners and moving through the levels to advanced. The next is focus on skills rather than grammar. Typically, EGP courses have a strong focus on grammar. This can be seen in the majority of EGP coursebook, where grammar is often the main organizational strength in the syllabus. The next is classroom management. EGP lessons are typically organized in stage, starting with a warm-up. And the next is relationship with students. The relationship between students and the teacher in ESP is likely to be different from that in the EGP classrooms, where the next appropriate teaching methodology. As mentioned in chapter 1 in this book, disciplines in ESP have their dominant methodologies, and this may be applied to the ESP classroom. The next is roles of ESP practitioners. The term ESP practitioners has been used throughout in this book rather than ESP teacher.
Okay, and this is the reflection 5.1, role of ESP practitioners.
Yes.
And this is roles of the ESP practitioners. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next one.
Okay, the next is the teacher as a course design. An ESP practitioner does not usually follow an established ESP course with a set of materials. The next is what makes an ESP practitioner? Most ESP practitioners move from EGP, English General Purposes, to ESP, English for specific purposes, without any training in ESP. There are relative few training courses focusing on ESP, although these are gaining in availability, with some universities offering MA courses in ESP or with an ESP module included in the provision. So the next is the teacher as an evaluator. In ESP, evaluation and assessment play an important role, as stakeholders typically want to know how effective the program is. The ESP.
Okay, so does it, Rahmi?
Yes, I think enough with me.
Okay, so for the last one, I will read the summary. So this chapter has addressed some of the issues in the teaching ESP. It has identified the major differences between EGP teachers and ESP practitioners and discussed some of the roles of an ESP practitioners. These roles are linked to ISO's in course design, and the course design cycle has been presented. Okay, so I think enough from us. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, guys.